We are at a moment in history, and it is not about Democrats versus Republicans. It's about those of us that want to uphold democracy against the fascists. And if Democrats, any Democrat, appeases and capitulates to the fascists, to the MAGA fascists, then they are not on our side. Today, we need to discuss Senator Chuck Schumer's capitulation and weakness, and he must be replaced. The Democratic senators need to replace this man immediately. He is voting with fascists. He is voting with the Nazis. I don't need to remind any of you that Elon Musk does 2 Nazi salutes. There are banners all over the UK talking about what a Nazi he is. His stock is in a free fall. Watch this just failed leadership. Here he is in the first clip talking about how he's going to fight. This is what he's going to do. And then what he said yesterday on the Senate floor.
Win. We will win. We will win. We will win.
I think this is pathetic.
We won't rest. We won't rest. We won't rest. We won't rest. While the CR bill is very bad, the potential for a shutdown has consequences for America that are much, much worse. For sure, the Republican bill is a terrible option. It is not a clean CR. It is deeply partisan. It doesn't address far too many of this country's needs. But I believe allowing Donald Trump to take even much more power via a government shutdown is a far worse option.
Okay, he's completely wrong about this. And history has shown you cannot capitulate. You cannot appease with autocrats, with fascists. And that's what the MAGA government is right now. Let's listen to Sam Sater's take on this. Please put up the tweet. He says, "This is a total farce, and anybody who pays attention enough to understand this statement knows it is a farce. This CR might as well be called the Doge Enablement Act, and you're going to let it pass. You're not a leader. You're a concierge." And I think Sam is 100% correct here. There can be no daylight, none, between the resistance and appeasing or helping the MAGA fascists. There can be none. There are 2 completely different worldviews. There's one for Donald Trump and all of his crackhead criminal cabinet. And then there are those of us that want to fight for equality, human rights, democracy, and social justice. And you cannot bend. You cannot let any daylight with these 2 different ideologies. There are some Dems that are fighting really hard. Let's listen to AOC with this crystal clear clarity about this moment.
Spending bill removes all of the guardrails and all of the accountability measures to ensure that money is being spent in the way that Congress has directed for it to be spent. This turns the federal government into a slush fund for Donald Trump and Elon Musk. It sacrifices congressional authority, and it is deeply partisan. And so to me, it is almost unthinkable why Senate Democrats would vote to hand the few pieces of leverage that we have away for free when we've been sent here to protect Social Security, protect Medicaid, and protect Medicare.
I have a message for the Chuck Schumers and for the Gavin Newsoms in the Democratic Party right now. If you don't fight for us, we're not going to fight for you. If you want to go play patty cake with a bunch of Nazis, swing for the fences. This is not the moment to run to the center. This is not the moment to make a bipartisan deal. They don't do it. Donald Trump sent a team of rubes to the Capitol on January 6th. They beat up cops. They took a shit in the Capitol, and he gave them all pardons. And then the Democrats got upset when Joe Biden pardoned his son. We're playing 2 different games here, 2 completely different games. And some of the Dems are playing the right game. You have AOC, you have Chris Murphy, Cory Booker yesterday came out really strong. And let's listen to Bernie Sanders.
Of people are not standing up and saying, you know what, we're a democracy, not an authoritarian society. Don't undo the Constitution of the United States. You're not going to throw 83,000 workers off the Veterans Administration. You're not going to cut the Social Security staff so that elderly people will die while they're waiting to get the benefits that they paid into. You're not going to take food away from hungry kids. If you do nothing, you sit back and you say it is going to be terrible. And that's right. A shutdown will be terrible. But our job is to put the onus on the Republican president, the Republican House, the Republican Senate, the people who control the government. They are responsible. They've acted in an undemocratic, unprecedented, unilateral way. They've given us an offer, take it or leave it. That ain't the way democracy works.
He's exactly right. We have to put the onus on MAGA. And there is a reason that they are running from doing town halls. And it is because this whole MAGA movement is smoke and mirrors. People that voted for him this last time are denying voting for him. They're going to town halls, ripping, eviscerating their congressmen in deeply red districts. The Democrats have to take the message. If you're going to do this, if you're going to take Social Security, if you're going to give more money to Elon Musk, which, by the way, it came out, Tesla doesn't even pay federal taxes. So we fund this untreated drug addict who has stage 5 meltdowns in the Oval Office and cries to the president because he's emotionally unstable and upset because his stock is worth half as much as it was a month ago. And then Trump holds a huge car commercial for him. These people are not working for you. So why is Chuck Schumer, why is Gavin Newsom sitting down with them? This will end up biting them. Charlie Kirk's already out bashing Gavin Newsom. This is not the way. The way forward right now is we believe in democracy unapologetically, and we will fight for this country unapologetically against fascism. And any Democrat who is not on that train, get off. Go play with MAGA. Go play patty cake with the fascists, because you're not welcome here. But the people who are welcome here are leftists, progressives, liberals. Even if you voted for Trump and you got dicked over, come join us and fight for democracy, because this is that moment. Exactly what Bernie said, exactly what AOC said. And let me tell you why this moment is so important, that you do not give them an ounce of daylight, not an ounce. The Daily Beast reports Elon Musk has reposted a tweet suggesting that Adolf Hitler, Joseph Stalin, and Mao Zedong were not responsible for murdering millions of people. Why would he be doing this? Because he is a fascist. He is a Nazi. This is what they do. They whitewash history so that they can gain power. This is a very, very dangerous political movement in the United States of America. We're picking fights with Canada. We're picking fights with the European Union. Why are we doing this? Why? Why is Donald Trump doing this? Let's put up the next one.
But I got along very well with President Putin. I got along with most of them. I get along great with President Xi. I got along great with Kim Jong-un. I got along great with all of them.
This is not the accomplishment that he thinks it is. This is them owning him, because governments get psychological files on other world leaders and learn how to manipulate them, especially autocrats. And they have a psychological file on Donald Trump, and they know that he falls prey to superficial flattery. So what does Kim Jong-un do? He writes him love letters. You're so great. You're so strong. You're so masculine. Your hair is awesome. And Donald Trump falls for it hook, line, and sinker, because he's an insecure, crazy man. And the same with Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin, I think it goes even deeper. I think the Russians bailed him out when no U.S. bank would ever loan Donald Trump money, because every business he's ever done has completely failed. And so this bragging about getting along with autocrats is really giving credit to these dictators, that they know how to manipulate the president of the United States, because he's so incredibly weakly positioned. So here we have Elon Musk trying to whitewash history that Adolf Hitler didn't kill millions of people, and at the same time he does 2 Nazi salutes. We have Trump saying he's BFFs with Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin, and they think this shows strength, and it doesn't. It is complete weakness, which begs the question, why is Chuck Schumer going along with this? Why is Gavin Newsom sitting down with Nazis. This is insane. Gavin Newsom, if you want to talk to MAGA, go talk to people in red counties in California. Sit down with them, because all this other stuff is just performative, right-wing, rage-baiting entertainment, and they will rip you for this. It makes you look so incredibly weak. And how do I know that they look so weak? Let's look at this tweet from the House Judiciary Committee. They tweet, Schumer caved, Trump won, incredible. And somebody retweets that and says, if your political opponents are celebrating your decision, you probably screwed up. And so here we are getting played again because of weak Democratic leadership. What can you do? Go follow these senators that are fighting the good fight. Engage with them, retweet them, boost their platforms. Don't get into a fight with a bunch of MAGA cult members. You're not going to feel good about it later. They're stupid and they cannot be reached. But I want to leave you with one final headline here. Axios reports Trump's first month in office showed federal spending of $603 billion in February, $36 billion higher than last February. Alex Cole says, so what did Doge do? And this Doge thing is all a ruse. It's all a ruse to throw to the rubes because they've scared all of the people that these institutions are stealing money from you. They are ruining America. They're giving all the money to trans people and to immigrants and all of these lies. And the fact of the matter is the people that are stealing from you live together as roommates in the White House, which is just breathtaking that this news cycle is so insane that we can't even really cover the fact that Elon Musk lives with Donald Trump in the White House. So my message to these Democrats that are trying to play patty cake with fascists is knock it off. And if you're going to continue to do it, Dems, replace them immediately. Now is not the time to fuck around because we'll end up finding out. Go hard in the paint. Be very crystal clear that you will not work with Nazis. It's not that hard to have conviction. I know that you can do it, and we all need to keep fighting. Please subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you all later.